Hi, hello everyone. A big hi to all my bacha log. कैसे हैं सब? हाँ? I know that you are here after enjoying a very amazing weekend, I suppose, and I hope you also have spent or more amount of time for your studies because everyone in this particular class is approaching for the term one examination, so you have to give more amount of time. So I think anyway, with the studies and spending some time with your family and friends, you all had an amazing weekend. But I want to hear it from you all. Tell me, bacha log, how are you all doing? Everyone in the classroom. Preeti Yadav, good evening. I'm doing so good. Thank you so much for asking. Then Vaishali, hi. Purna, good evening. Ayush, मैं तो बिल्कुल बढ़िया. I'm doing so good. Hi Myara, good evening. I'm doing so good. Thank you so much for asking. Then Army, then Purna. क्या हो गया Purna? What happened? What made your weekend so bad? Huh? Had an amazing time. Good to know that. Good to know that. So a big hi to everyone in the classroom, and I hope everyone is having this smile. Whatever happens in life, just have a smile on your faces because problems come and do exist, and the life is all about cracking all those problems and moving further. So yes, we'll do that all the time. Whoever is seeing me for the very first time, this is Ameer, your physics educator at Unacademy, and those who love me more, what do you all call me? Ameer Bhaiya, hai na? A bit of introduction about myself. I hope you all can see on the screen. I have an experience of more than 3.5 years in the field of teaching JEE, NEET and board student. I am a BTech graduate from an IT Calicut, and this is all about me. More about me you'll get to know. And one thing I want to add it, because I'm from Kerala, है ना, so मुझे थोड़ा थोड़ा हिंदी आता है. So I'll be talking broken Hindi some in between while I speak, okay? But the entire conceptual explanation will be in English. Fine, ठीक है. Now, देख ले, this is the schedule for this particular week, as you can see. So today we'll be talking about laws of motion. Tomorrow we don't have any, which means that tomorrow we have class. Then there we'll be talking about work for energy, same time 8 p.m. And next will be on 11th of November, that is units and one dimensions ka total Mendy. Okay, from these two chapters we'll be having a huge Mendy session on which day? On 11th, which means on Thursday. And can you see what is happening on 12th November? Yes, I have made a separate class for sample paper discussion. It will be happening on 7 p.m. on this Friday. Don't miss it. You'll get a complete idea about how to prepare for your term one examination, how the questions are going to be coming. We'll be solving an exact replica of the term one examination paper. I'm expecting every one of you because it is going to benefit every one of you a lot. Bacha log. So take it seriously, है ना? So ठीक है. Now, if you want to get alerts and notifications of whatever is happening in this YouTube channel, be a part of this Telegram channel. The link is given right there. Okay? Then, Bugs Bounty, it's an amazing program to help you get so much of prizes. What do you have to do? Go to the description. There you will find a link. Then just click on the link and fill the form if you're finding any inappropriate content. So many prizes will be on your way if that content is valid. Okay? Then. देख ले Unacademy Combat Scholarship Test. If you want to be a part of Unacademy completely for free, you can take this particular scholarship test which happens on every Sunday at 1 p.m. Can you see this? So you can see that for the rank 1 to 3, right? 1 year complete plus subscription is free, and for everyone you will be getting what? Okay, one or the other way of scholarship, or whoever is attending for the top 25 rankers certificate is also given from Unacademy. I think it's an amazing thing, so make use of it. And if you want to be a part of this Combat Scholarship Test completely for free, what is the code you have to use? Bacha log, AMB10. Okay, it's AMB10. Use this code and get a complete free entry for this scholarship test. Okay? Then, can I ask every one of you a small thing, bacha log? Okay, a chotu wala thing. Shreya, Roshan, Raj, Preeti, Shankamitra. Everyone, can you all do a small favor to your Ameer Bhaiya? Huh? Just share the class, okay, this particular class, and to all your friends and colleagues and in your school groups. Ask every one of them to join because we'll be discussing some important topics from the laws of motion chapter, okay, and also we'll be doing so many multiple choice questions, and you know what is happening at the end of the session. We'll be having mentee also. We have shared. Okay, very good. So everyone be like Myara. So Myara already did. So 1 to A9 also did. So everyone be like 1 to N8. Okay, very good. So all my bacha log was super amazing. Very good. Now, in the meanwhile, we'll give them 2-3 minutes for them to join. Okay? So in the meanwhile, whoever is new to this particular platform, I'll just introduce you what is this Unacademy subscription platform. Okay? You know that everything is available nowadays for free in YouTube. I also agree with that. Okay, whatever you want to, but you have to search for it, and everything is in an unorderly manner. So if you completely depend upon YouTube, it is going to be a bit tedious task. But once you're a part of an academy platform, we all educators will be there to teach you with a proper schedule targeting all the examinations such as JEE, NEET, board examination, and we'll also make sure that all the topic that is being covered in the classroom, it will be in a proper order, and you can keep track of all the classes that is being done, okay, and also you will get the recorded sessions even when you miss some classes. Okay, notes will also be available to you. So once everything happens in this particular manner, what happens? Yes, the process of learning becomes super simple, and you will start loving with this process of learning. Because when you do something with full of love and care, what happens? You'll be giving your complete effort, and obviously you will be seeing that in your progress. You'll be seeing a very huge progress that I can guarantee you as your educator and as your brother. Okay, then top educators of the country are already there with an academy platform. They are having a very huge experience when they'll be telling you what to study, what are the examination pattern, what are the kind of questions you should be practicing, what are the kind of questions you should be expecting for the examination. You just want to follow them, and what happens? You will be ending up in the colleges whichever you are dreaming about. Then study materials will be given to you, practice test and live test series will make you super confident and will bring out the best from every one of you. So for this plus subscription, if you are going, I think right now 6 month subscription is more than enough. So for this, you just have to pay 1,667 per month for 6 month subscription. Okay? And how many of you want extra 10% discount and many offers? So for this, don't forget the code is AM. It's M, okay? It's AMB10. Use this code and get 10% of discount. Okay? And there's one more features. Okay, while we learn with an academy, you should be going for Iconic. Because in Iconic subscription, you will get all the features of plus subscription, plus some extra features. What are they? You will be given a personal mentor. Matlab ye kaun hai? He will be there to help you, okay, in preparing your schedule, how to study, and helping you in everything. Even if you are having stress, he'll be telling you, you have to do this. So half the problem from your shoulder will be taken away by this particular person, and you'll be having a smile on your face all the time when you learn when this person is assigned to you. Don't you think it's amazing? I'll be so happy if I was a student like you. I would have taken this. Then light out solving classes will be there. Weekly reports will be given to you. For all these super cool features, if you're going for 6 months, it will cost you 2,833 per month. And if you want extra 10% discount, yeah, use AMB10 and get all the offers that you can get from an academy if you use this code of AMB10. Okay. Now, I want to give you something free. Okay, you'll be thinking, sure, everything is paid or what in the Unacademy platform? Bilkul nahi. Special classes are there, which is going to happen on this particular Wednesday from my side. So at 4:30, 6 o'clock and 7:30, we have our classes, as you can see. Complete chapter MCQ series for 11th and 12th is also there. You can be a part of it. It is going to benefit you a lot. Make use of it. Okay, fine. That's all. Now it's time for what? Physics. So what do you all say? Shall we get started, मेरे बच्चा लोग? Turkeshwar, Myara, Sai, Sankamitra, show me some energy. Okay, Sankamitra has her birthday. Okay, everyone, before we start with the class, I'm really sorry. We have to start with the class. Shall we all wish her a simple happy birthday? Everyone? Okay, I'm really sorry. Okay, a small thing. Ayush, I'm really sorry. Okay, 2 minutes. Happy birthday to you. Everyone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sangamitra. Happy birthday to you. Okay, so may God bless you to have an amazing year ahead and amazing life before you. Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Now it's time for study. Shall we start? Done. I really want to give so much of wishes and take it forward, but this is the time for our studies, hai? Jaldi. Everyone come back. We have to start with our classes. Jaldi. Shall we? Huh? Where is that energy? Everyone, bold it. So we are super ready. We want the start classes to get started. Where is it? Okay, Mahima, yes. Myara, Preeti, Nandana. Okay, Nandana is full of energy. Ready, steady, Shreya, Mahima, very good. And here we go. Now, in the last class, bacha log, everyone, okay, so everyone be ready with your short notebook and pen and start writing each and every concept that we discuss. So in the last class, what all we have discussed? We have discussed all the laws of motion, such as Newton's first law, second law, and third law of motion. And we had did so many problems based on a free body diagram, net force equation, this, that, everything we have covered, and we did Menti equation session also. So what is left, we'll be covering in today's session. So we'll start with first, inertial frame of reference. What is inertial frame? Have a basic understanding just by reading the definition. Everyone dekh le. A non-accelerating frame of reference is called as inertial frame of reference. I know what you all will be thinking first. Sir, ये frame of reference क्या है? Frame of reference matlab is simply called as observer. Whoever is observing the motion of a body, uska naam hai frame. When will we call that observer as inertial? When the acceleration of that observer is equal to 0. Acceleration 0 matlab he can have a 0 velocity or he can have a constant value of velocity. Okay, in these two cases the observers are called as inertial frames of references. Just look at the picture, mera bachcha log. Can you see this person? Can you all see this person? He is standing. If this person is observing any motion, okay, any motion that is happening in this universe, what can you call this person as? He will be an inertial frame of reference. Can you see the bus which is moving forward with a constant value of velocity? Matlab acceleration 0. Any person sitting inside this bus, so many people are there, na? If any of those person is also observing any other kind of motion that is happening around them, these people are also called as what? Frame of references. Okay, inertial frames of references. What is the specialty of this inertial frames of references? In inertial frame of references, Newton's first law, second law, third law, all laws of motion are valid here. Okay, I'll just write it here. All laws of motion are valid. Where? कहाँ मेरा बच्चा लोग? In the inertial frame of reference. Note किया? हाँ? ठीक है? Okay. Now, देख ले. Next is non-inertial. Inertial frame of reference, not a big deal to understand. Now, non-inertial frame of reference, and we'll also see what is pseudo force. Everyone, note down the topic. What is it? Non-inertial frame of reference. ठीक है. An accelerating frame of reference is called as a non-inertial frame of reference. Matlab, if there is an observer, and if that observer is having an acceleration, we call that particular frame of reference as non-inertial. We already have seen ye banda hai na, or the people sitting inside the first bus which is having constant velocity. If these two people are making any observation, they will be inertial. But if this people who is sitting inside the bus 2 which is making an acceleration towards right, if they are observing any motion, let's say a motion is here, a body of mass m, and on this I am applying a force of F. Okay, this body of mass m will be moving. Okay, if these people are observing the motion of this mass, this people we call it as non-inertial frame of reference. What do we call them? We call them as non-inertial frame of references. Jaldi likh le. And I think this picture will help you to understand the difference between inertial frame and non-inertial frame in an amazing manner. Right? So jaldi se likh le. If any observer is having any acceleration, that kind of observers we call it as non-inertial observers. Everyone, jaldi. Okay, jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. Everyone. हो गया? Everybody noted? With a smiling face? Huh? With a smiling face? Note किया? Very good. Amazing. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. Okay. Next. In non-inertial frames of reference, I'm going to say something so important. Write it down. In non-inertial frames of reference, Newton's laws of motion is not valid. Laws of motion is not valid when the observation is being made from a non-inertial frames of reference. This is very important. Do write this also in your notebook, in your short notebook. ठीक है? Now, if the observation is made in non-inertial frame, matlab there is no other opportunity, only the non-inertial frame of observer is there. How to make the Newton laws of motion valid? That is possible by applying an extra force, and that extra force or that false force we apply to the body, okay, that false force we apply to the body to make Newton's second law of motion valid, we call it as pseudo force. Pseudo means false. Actually, such a force is not acting, okay, such a force is not there in the universe, it's a false force, okay. And why we are applying this false force, everybody can ask me, because in non-inertial frame, loss of motion is not valid. Matlab, we cannot write F net is equal to ma in the case of a non-inertial frame of reference. So, in order to make this particular equation valid in non-inertial frame, we will be adding an extra force. That force is called as pseudo force. Everybody write this down. This is very important. Pseudo force is a false force, or you can say that extra force. Why we are adding this? So that F net is equal to ma equation will be valid, in which case in non-inertial frame of reference. Okay. Now jaldi se jaldi bata de mere bachcho log, how many of you want to have a proper idea, or how many wants to be having an example on how pseudo force is applied on non-inertial frame of reference? How many of you want to listen to an example so that this particular concept will be completely clear to you? Jaldi bata. How many of you want? Purna says, sir, I really want to listen to that example because I really want to know the concept behind the pseudo force and non-inertial frames. Ayush, Abhimanyu, I think many of you, okay, many of you want to know how this particular thing happens, hai na? Let's see. Everyone, dekh. This is a lift, okay, this is a lift, and inside this lift a person is there, okay. So this is our observer, so this is the observer, and along with the lift the person is also moving upward with an acceleration of, let's call it as a dash, okay. Now the question is not this, the question is there is another person. There is another person of mass m, uska mass m hai, he is standing on this particular lift, on the same lift which is moving upward with an acceleration of a dash. Question ye ki, what is the normal force experienced by this particular person? Normal force experienced by this particular person is a question. How will you do? Someone has to observe. Who is observing the motion of this particular person? What? ये है हमारा observer. Tell me what kind of an observer he is. He is an, what kind of an observer he is? Yes, he is an non-inertial frame of reference. So in the case of non-inertial frame of reference, we have to apply a pseudo force. Okay, है ना? First, I'll tell you what is the equation of pseudo force. देख ले, pseudo force equation is equal to mass of the body into acceleration of non-inertial frame of reference with a negative sign. And what this negative sign shows? Negative sign says that the pseudo force is exactly opposite to the direction of acceleration of non-inertial frame. Okay? Okay. Now let's get into the finding of normal force. Everyone, what are the forces acting on this particular body of mass m? One is its weight, mg. है ना? One is its weight, mg. There is no doubt in that. We'll use another color. Then which is the other force? Obviously, a normal force given by the surface of that particular lift in the upward direction. So on this particular person, there is an upward normal force. कोई दिक्कत नहीं. Is there any more force that has to be applied on this mass? Array, the observer is this person who is standing inside the same lift, who is having an acceleration a dash. है ना? So yes, we have to give one more force. It is pseudo force. What's the formula? It is mass of the body, acceleration of non-inertial frame of reference, it is a dash. Negative sign shows it is opposite to the direction of non-inertial. Non-inertial is moving upward, so the direction of pseudo force is downward. Formula for pseudo force is mass of the body, acceleration of non-inertial frame, it is A dash. Now any doubt in this? No, right? No, right? Now we can apply the net force is equal to MA in the case of non-inertial frame of references also. Tell me which are the net force acting on the body? Upward, there is normal. Hey, Yanni. Okay, then minus MA dash, because MA dash is acting in the downward direction, minus mg, why minus mg? It is acting in the downward direction, is equal to mass of the body. Tell me bacha log, what is the acceleration of the person 1 with respect to the observer standing inside the same lift? Jaldi, jaldi, fatafat bol de. What is the acceleration of the person 1 with respect to the observer standing inside the same lift? How many of you can tell me, or who can tell me? With a smiling face, jaldi. Anyone, I am looking into the chat box bacha log. Jaldi फटाफट बोल दे. Acceleration. Is it A dash? You just think you and your friend is traveling inside the same lift. If you look at your friend, do you feel like your friend is moving upward with an acceleration? What do you feel? You will feel that your friend is at rest, है ना? Because your friend will be always with you inside the same lift. Are you getting the point? It's zero, isn't it? Because you and your friend are moving in the same lift, and when you look at your friend, the friend will always be along with you. So acceleration is equal to how much? Zero. Isn't it? Very good. Shubham, Preeti, Abhimanyu, Shreya, Purna. Very good, very good, very good. So yes, so normal का value कितना होता है? Normal n is equal to, take this 2 to the right hand side, that is ma dash plus mg, and we have our formula for normal force, that is equal to ma dash plus mg. Welcome to the classroom, Ganesh. Please do note down all the important formulas and the definitions. Okay, done. Shall we proceed? Everyone, jaldi fatafat bataye because questions are waiting for us. Ganesh, please don't spam in the classroom. Okay, because if you are new to the classroom, you should be knowing. Okay, no spamming allowed. Okay, so shall we? Jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. The question is right there in front of you. Noted, hai na, Shreya, Preeti, everyone. Very good, very good. So, bachcha log, ye question karke dikha and tell me the answer. Yes, Sana, Mahima, wait. Okay, can you take a screenshot by just scrolling it back? I think that will be good. Okay, I'm really sorry to go a bit fast. So, give me the answer, jaldi. Everyone, the question is right there in front of you. बच्चा लोग जल्दी से जल्दी फटाफट मुझे उत्तर बोल दे. Hi Sanjana, answer. I want the answer. Just read the question. Okay, use the basic formula for pseudo force. The answer will be in your hand. That's it. और कुछ नहीं करना आप लोगों को. Okay, very good Zubi. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you. Very good, very good. Keep it up. Ayush says option C. Then I want 2 more answers, at least 2 more answers. Ayush has deleted. I have no idea why he deleted that. Others. Answers? Or kuch nahi? No one else has. So is it like I should be the only person to tell the answer? Is there a lag in the classroom? ऐसा कुछ है क्या? Now Ayush says option B. Abhimanyu says option B. Okay, let's see. The correct answer is option C. Let us understand and let's see how it is. Very good, Shreya. Shreya said the answer C option is correct. Yes, the option C is correct. Let's see. Okay, dekh le everyone. Dekh le. Listen here. 2 blocks A and B of mass 1 kilogram and 2 kilogram have accelerations 2I meter per second square and 4J meter per second square. Let's draw this so that we won't be having any trouble in understanding the directions. The body A is moving in which direction? 2I. I matlab which direction? Bachcha log. I matlab along the x-axis. So the body A is having an acceleration along 2I. I just have noted down. and the body B of 2 kg is having an acceleration of minus 4j. J matlab y-axis, minus j matlab negative y-axis. So the body B is having an acceleration of minus 4j meter per second square. Now question. The question is to find a pseudo force on the body A with respect to the block B. Matlab, if B is the observer, what is the pseudo force? Tell me, bachalo, what is the formula for pseudo force? Just put the value in that particular basic formula. The answer is in your hand. Pseudo force ka formula minus mass of the body, okay, into acceleration of non-inertial frame, minus we are calculating the pseudo force on block A. So substitute the mass of block A, that is 1, into acceleration of non-inertial. The body B is the observer and it is having an acceleration of minus 4j. Minus into minus is plus, it is plus 4j Newton, because we are calculating force. So I just went back and I was about to write meter per second square. So your sir was also about to make us choose a careless mistake, but I stopped myself. You should also be like this. Okay, ho gaya? Bacha log? Is it done? Sana, Sesi, Nandana. Okay, many of you have already given the answer in the chat box. Very good. Shall we proceed? Everyone. Shall we proceed? Okay, so I think it's a yes from everyone, and I think everybody of you have noted down the formulas and all the definitions and the questions. Okay, very good. So yes, we have completed everything from the first law, second law, third law. Then we have talked about inertial frame, non-inertial frame, pseudo force. We also did a question from pseudo force. Okay, and bacha log, everyone listen to the concept, because at 9-10 p.m. we'll be having the Menti quiz from all these topics, and I really want to see who's going to top the Menti quiz. Okay, noted and understood, and so yeah, very good. Acha bacha log. Now, friction. We all know what is a friction. I'm not going for the complete definition and all, right? We'll have a basic understanding because we already know what is friction. Friction is a tangential force acting between the surfaces in contact, right? In order to oppose the motion of the body, or in order to oppose the tendency for the body to move. Okay, I'll explain that tendency for the body to move wala concept. Dekhiye, you have a body of mass M. On this body of mass M, if I am applying 1 Newton, it is not necessary that body moves. Let's say, even though I apply 1 Newton force on the body is stationary. Why? Because an equal amount of frictional force is produced on the body, which is equal to 1 Newton. In this case, will the body be moving? No. But here, the frictional force is produced in order to oppose the tendency for the body to move. Body is not moving, but still frictional force is acting to oppose the tendency for the body to move. Hai na? Okay. I hope you understood that particular statement in the definition of friction, right? What is it? Friction is a tangential force acting between the surfaces in order to oppose the motion or tendency of the body to move, right? Okay. Now, look into the figure. If I am plotting a graph between what and what, let's say frictional force on the y-axis and external force you apply on the x-axis, right? If I am applying 1 Newton, here the frictional force is 1 Newton, hai na? Aise. Now, if I apply 2 Newton, still if the body doesn't move, what does it mean? It simply means the frictional force is also producing a same value of 2 Newton. So, if I am applying 2 Newton, a 2 Newton force is produced. Let's say I am applying 3 Newton force, still the body doesn't move. What does it mean? It simply means that the frictional force of equal value is produced. So, if you plot a graph between external force and frictional force, it will keep on moving until it reaches the maximum value. Matlab, let's say the maximum value of frictional force is 10 Newton. Matlab, if I apply an external force of 10 Newton, equal amount of frictional force is produced. That's a maximum value. The maximum value of frictional force, we call it as limiting friction. And these forces, these frictional force, when the bodies are not moving, that frictional force produced, we call it as static frictional force. Okay. Now, देख ले बच्चा लोग, if I am applying a force greater than 10 Newton, मतलब on this body है ना, on this body of mass है, I am applying a force of 11 Newton. What is the maximum frictional force that can be produced according to our example? 10 Newton. So what will happen to the body? Will it move? Obviously the body starts moving, isn't it? So the body starts moving, then the kind of frictional force acting between the surfaces, we call it as kinetic friction. Okay, it will be having a constant value, kinetic friction को, and tell me which force will be greater. Will it be the limiting friction value या kinetic friction value? ये बोल दे. Object starts moving. Very good, Nandana. Everybody is so much attentive in the classroom and give me the answer. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. Tell me which one will be greater? Limiting frictional force, which means the maximum value of frictional force when the object is stationary, or the kinetic frictional force? Which one will be greater? Obviously it will be the limiting frictional force, है ना? Because you know that to make a body move we have to apply a larger force. मतलब the frictional force is larger there. But when the body starts moving, to keep the body in motion, it is not that difficult. Reason, the frictional force there is lesser. मतलब kinetic friction force is lesser. मतलब if you apply a larger force, the body starts moving. The kind of frictional force is equal to kinetic. And if you look here, the kinetic frictional force is lesser compared to the maximum value of limiting frictional force. And this is how the graph for external force and the frictional force will be. Okay, समझ में आ गया सबको? With a smiling face. Smiling face. Okay. When the body is sliding, friction is sliding friction, and when the body is rolling, it is rolling friction. I hope everybody knows. सबको पता है ये. Okay, sliding friction or rolling friction. ठीक है. Now, ये graph है which we already have written down, and formulas. Note it down. Formula for static friction is equal to mu s into n, that is a normal force. Okay, or if you want to write Fn, it's up to you. It is a normal force, whatever it is. No worry, Devika. I hope everything is right. Okay, कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. I hope everything is right at your end. लिख लिया. Mu s is the coefficient of static friction, which totally depends upon the surfaces in contact. देख ले. And n is the normal force. Okay, normal force. I think I don't need to explain what is normal force. We have discussed in the previous classes. Okay, then if we are talking about kinetic frictional force, the only thing that will be different is the coefficient. So there you have used mu s, which is the coefficient of static friction. Here you have the coefficient of kinetic friction. So that is mu k into the normal force. Fn मतलब normal force. लिख लिया सबने? हाँ? Okay. Everybody. Okay. Now let me ask you a small question before we proceed further. ठीक है? Static friction, we have seen in the graph that देख ले, static friction is a self-adjusting force है ना? If I am applying a small external force, the amount of static frictional force is same. Again, I am increasing the force, so the amount of static friction is again equivalent to the external force you apply. Okay, matlab if I am applying 2 Newton force, if the body is stationary, it means equal amount of 2 Newton force is produced as friction. Okay, now everybody has understood. Now I am writing the static frictional force is equal to mu s into n. Can you tell me this mu s into n gives which value of static frictional force? Though we have defined that static frictional force is a self-adjusting force, matlab a force which keeps on changing its value. What does mu s into n gives you? Can anyone in the classroom tells me that? What does mu s into n gives us? Mu s into n gives us the max, mu s into n gives us the maximum value of static frictional force, which we call it as the limiting frictional force A. Okay, this value is being given by the equation of mu s into n. Understand this? Okay, so we have to know that the static frictional force is lesser than or equal to this maximum value, which means the maximum value of static frictional force produced is called as limiting friction. Uska formula hai ye. Okay, it is not necessary that frictional force will always be equal to the limiting frictional force. Okay, because so many makes a mistake in that. Frictional force will be equal to the applied value of force, in which case if the body is stationary. Keep all these things in mind while you deal with the problems of friction. Okay, note किया ना सबने? Everybody with a smiling face. Yes, Preeti, Devika, Sankamitra, jaldi bol de. We'll cover 2 more topics and then we'll start with multiple choice questions. So many questions from the part of friction is going to come. Note kiya, Shreya, Devika? Very good, very good, very good. Preeti with a smiling face. She's like, sir, note kiya main. Bilkul kar diya. Okay. Yes, Abhimanyu, Mahima, very good, bachcha log. Very good, mera bachcha log. Okay. Now, next term, what we have to learn is what is angle of friction. I'll just explain what is angle of friction. Definition is given here. You can write it down. Angle of friction is defined as the angle which the resultant of limiting and normal friction makes with the normal reaction force. I'll just tell you what it is, what the definition means. This is body of mass M. On this body of mass M, I am applying an external force P towards right. Tell me in which direction the frictional force will be produced. Towards the left direction a frictional force is produced. Okay. And there is a normal force N. There is a normal force N obviously acting on any bodies. Now if you find out the resultant of normal force and frictional force, matlab just add these two forces. How will you add? According to the conditions given, by using the parallelogram law of vector addition. Just add kar le. So if you add two vectors by using the parallelogram law of vector addition, what does it say? It says the resultant will be equal to the diagonal of the parallelogram. Yes, can you see? Yes. So this diagonal of the parallelogram will be the resultant of the normal force and frictional force. Can you see an angle made by them? Theta. Can you see an angle? ये angle is called as angle of friction. इसका नाम है angle of friction. ठीक है? And we are not going for the definition anyways. Tan of the angle of friction is equal to mu. What is mu? Coefficient of static friction. ये भी write कर ले. Okay? Tan of angle of friction is equal to mu. What is angle of friction? The definition is completely given and I hope you understood the definition which I gave you, the explanation which I gave you. With a smiling face. है ना? चलो. Yes, yes, yes. Everyone is like, sir, yes, बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया. क्यों नहीं? Okay, Mahima already said the answer left. Good evening, share. Oh, okay, okay. Agla, angle of repose. Those who want to write the definition, listen to me everyone. Mentee will be almost by 9:10 almost. Okay, Nandana, hi. Good to see a person from the same state. Okay, next. What is angle of repose? ये angle of repose क्या होता है? Angle of repose is defined as the angle of this particular inclined plane just before the body starts sliding down. Okay, and tan of alpha. Okay, tan of angle of repose is also found to be mu. And I hope you do remember tan of theta is also equal to mu. What was theta? Angle of friction. What was alpha? Angle of repose. As the right hand side of the equation is same for both equation, we can write theta is equal to alpha. What is theta and alpha? Alpha is angle of repose and theta is angle of friction. I hope you all have noted down what is alpha. What is alpha? It is the angle of the inclined plane on which the body of mass m is resting just before the body starts sliding down. Okay, just before the body starts sliding down, whatever is the angle of the inclined plane, वो होता है angle of repose. Okay, yes, with a smiling face. Okay, so we are going for the questions. Here comes the questions. Can you all see the questions in front of you, bachcha log? Can you all see? Can you all see? Note किया ना देवेगा? Very good, very good बच्चा. Very good बच्चा. Okay, so जल्दी फटाफट मुझे उत्तर भी दे दे इस questions को. Give me the answer to these questions also जल्दी फटाफट. I hope everyone can see the questions, है ना? Right in front of you, everyone. So I'm looking into the chat box. Let me be the very first person to give me the answer in the class. Mahima is like, it's option C is what Mahima is telling. Others? Shreya is like, option C is correct, sir. Then, hi Nivedan. Tushar is like, option C, sir. Bilkul, we are going to fix. Devika is like, option A bol raha hai. Okay, Devika, she just deleted the message. Okay, last 5 seconds to answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time is up. Okay, very good, Preeti. It's not maybe. Yes, the option A is correct. Bilkul badhiya. Okay. देख ले. How to do this? Everybody, listen, मेरा बच्चा लोग. I'll read out the question and explain the concept. Okay. So two mass है ना? Mass A and B. Mass A is 10 kilogram and mass B is 5 kilogram respectively are connected with a string passing over a frictionless pulley fixed at the corner of a table as shown. So this is our corner. Okay. The coefficient of static friction of A with the table is, so here the value of mu is given as 0.2. The minimum mass of C that might be placed on A, okay, the mass of C is a question mark to prevent it from moving. Matlab, what should be the value of C if the body or the system doesn't want to move? We can say that, yes, what is the value of C so that the entire system should be in equilibrium? Isn't it what is said in the question? In the question it is said that you don't want the bodies to move. If the body doesn't want to move and if the bodies want to be stationary, we can say that yes, the bodies should be in equilibrium. Matlab, the net force is equal to 0. है ना? So कर ले. Now if you have got the concept, apply there and get the answer. It's very simple. Consider the first body, matlab the body B. Mark all the forces. Okay, which are the forces acting on the body B? Its weight mg. M is 5, g is 10, so I'm directly writing mg 50. Then the other force given by the tension T is upward. है ना? What is the net force acting? It is 0. So what can you write? Upward force is equal to downward force. अरे देख ले कितने आसानी से we got the value of tension. So that's why the equilibrium concept is very important. Net force is 0, upward force is downward force. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. Now the body A and C is having a tendency to move in the horizontal direction. So let's mark all the forces in that direction. है ना? ठीक है. Now tell me what the force that is acting on the body A and C towards right. Obviously the tension force. What is the force that is given on the body A to oppose this motion? Friction. So tell me, how can I make the equation? If the body is in equilibrium, the force towards right will be equal to force towards left. Matlab tension will be equal to friction. Tension ka value we already know, 50. Mu, friction ka value, what the value of friction? That is mu times n, isn't it? So 50 is equal to, mu is how much? 0.2. Tell me what's the normal force here? That is mg. M matlab the total mass of A and C, because two bodies are there, hai na? Normal force. So that is equal to, mass is 10 plus the mass of C, which we don't know, so I'm keeping it as C itself. 10 plus C, the total mass, into G. G is 10. I just have written it directly. और कुछ नहीं किया मैं. I didn't do anything. बिल्कुल कुछ नहीं किया मैं. सच बता रहा हूँ मैं. Okay, so 10 into 0.2 is 2. So 50 by 2 is 25. So 25 is equal to 10 plus C. कोई दिक्कत? इसमें to find out C, कोई दिक्कत है क्या? कोई भी दिक्कत नहीं. 25 minus 10, 50. मिल गया हमको ऑप्शन A as the answer. Don't get confused यार, इधर C है and don't go for the option C because C is the name for this block. Okay, so in that case also In that particular case also, so many will be making mistake, like 15 is equal to C, so everybody will be like in that hurry you'll be going for the option C and mark करेगा, क्या हो जाएगा at last? हाँ, you will lose 5 marks ऐसे. समझ गया how to deal with this problem? Hi Pavitra, good to see you here. समझ में आ गया? With a smile everyone, बच्चा लोग देख ले कितना आसानी का प्रॉब्लम था, कितने आसानी का प्रॉब्लम था. क्लियर है, isn't it Shreya? Very good, very good, very good. चलो अगला क्वेश्चन, shall we? Next one. How many of you are ready? How many in the classroom was ready and asking me, sir, just give us the next question? कोई बात नहीं. I think you already gave the correct answer है ना that point of time. तू अब delete करके दूसरा आंसर दे दिया. Ready? Very good, very good. अगला क्वेश्चन is right in front of you. It's a very good question, let me tell you. Okay, this is a question which will help you explain all the concepts are related to this friction, forces, okay, motion in one dimension. This is a question which connects all these chapters and all these concepts. Everybody ready? Shreya, Sana, Preeti, Dipanshu, Tina. So jaldi करके दिखा, जल्दी फटाफट करके दिखा. Everyone, I'm just looking into the chat box because I'm really looking forward to see who's the very first person to give me the answer. Purna says A, Tushar is like, Sana also says A, then Tushar says option C. Devika is like, A is correct sir, I think, but I'm not going to confirm it. How are you going to write the multiple choice question exam? There you can't guess, Devika. Anthony says A, Sabra says A, so Har says A, Anthony, then Aditya says B, Amit says A. Okay, very good, very good. Yes, the correct answer is A. Very good. Keep it up. Okay, who is having trouble with the concepts and all? Shall we get it clear? Everyone, listen, 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 listen. We'll go step by step and understand each and every concept. A body takes time t to reach the bottom of a smooth inclined plane of theta with the horizontal. देख ले, you have an inclined plane theta, you have a body of mass m on the top. This body of mass m, which is kept on top of the inclined plane, which is also smooth, it takes time t to reach at the bottom. Let's say the displacement it makes is s. Tell me, how can you make an equation which connects this displacement and time if it starts with an initial velocity of 0? Everyone, formula is s is equal to ut plus half at square. We are considering the one dimension motion along the inclined plane and applying that particular formula from one dimension. S is x itself, u is 0, so ut becomes 0, half into acceleration into t square. The only thing that is left is to find the acceleration of this body of mass m along the inclined plane. वो कैसे करेगा? How can I get the value of acceleration? Acceleration is equal to force by mass, isn't it? So we just need to find the force acting along the inclined plane. कर ले, mark all the forces, resolve all the forces and find the force along the inclined plane one by one, step by step. First, which are the forces acting? Everyone along with me. First force, its weight, which direction? mg, vertically downward. Then the other force, normal to the surfaces in contact, that is n. Okay, that is also done. Then just resolve all the forces. We already have done so many of these kind of questions. This is theta, ye theta hota hai. So the component of force perpendicular to the plane is mg cos theta and the component of force along the plane is mg sin theta. So we got the force along the inclined plane. What it is? mg sin theta. Hey ya nahi? So how will you write the net force equation as mass of the body into acceleration is mg sin theta and the acceleration is equal to g sin theta. You will be asking, sir, what happened to this mg cos theta and n? Array, the body is not making any motion in the vertical direction, isn't it? So upward normal force will be equal to mg cos theta. So normal force ka value we just have got from here, which is mg cos theta, and value of acceleration we got it as g sin theta. Can I substitute it here? Can I substitute? So S is equal to half acceleration is g sin theta t square. Don't think that this is our answer. We only have completed half portion of this particular question. Okay. So now we'll read the remaining part of the question. Remaining part of the question पे क्या है? If the plane is made rough matlab if the frictional force is also present, time becomes 2t. Question ये कि what is the value of mu? Okay, if this friction, the same inclined plane is made as a rough surface, matlab with friction, time becomes 2t. In that case, what is the value of mu? How will we do any problem, बच्चा लोग? हाँ, physics पे any problem करने के लिए you need to draw the diagram. Same inclined plane, same inclination, same body of mass m, and same is the distance it has to cover. Displacement is also same, but the only difference here is time is different. Okay, there it was t, now it becomes 2t. Reason we know, it's a rough surface, so new frictional force comes, acceleration will change. Isn't it? Question is to find the value of mu. So what will be the first step? Yes, we will write down all the forces acting on the body of mass m, then we will solve the equation. Everybody मेरे बच्चा लोग जल्दी बोल दे, how many forces are acting on the body of mass m? How many forces are acting on this body of mass m? Everyone. How many? Shall I write? Shall I? Or you will be telling? Jaldi. There is a force of weight mg, isn't it? There is a normal force n, 2 force. Is it done? Very good, Anthony, Purna. Yes, it is 3 forces. Then और कोई force है क्या? तुषार 5. अरे कहाँ से बाप रे, कितना force बना दिया आपने? The body is moving downward direction, so there is a frictional force formula mu times n. Okay, shall I resolve the forces? This is mg cos theta. So mg is resolved as mg cos theta and downwards as mg sin theta. Okay, now it is very simple. So you have to find out the acceleration along the inclined plane, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes, you have to. For that, you need to find out the net force along the inclined plane. What's the net force? mg sin theta downward direction minus frictional force mu times n. Again, mg sin theta minus mu times, what's the value of normal force? Array, upward normal force is equal to downward mg cos theta because there is no motion in that direction, है ना? So substitute कर ले, n is equal to mg cos theta बच्चा लोग, ठीक है? और कुछ नहीं किया. What is common? mg common है, take it outside. Sin theta minus mu cos theta is equal to net force. What will you write? Mass into acceleration. So acceleration in this particular case is g sin theta minus mu cos theta. Okay, done. इधर तो कोई गड़बड़ है क्या बच्चा लोग? कुछ भी नहीं है ना? Now shall I write that one dimension equation of S is equal to ut plus half at square to get the final answer? Yes. Displacement is S itself. It starts from rest, so u is equal to 0. So ut part becomes 0. Half into acceleration का value g outside sin theta minus mu cos theta. Time कितना है? इधर 2t है, so t square becomes 4t square. Okay, so if you want to avoid any confusion, you can put it as t dash, which is the time in the second case, that is 2t. So time square it is, so 2t square will become 4t square. Okay, done. Okay, very good. Now we already have an equation for S as half g sin theta t square. Okay, so for this S I am putting that equation, half g sin theta t square is equal to whatever is already there on the right hand side, half g sin theta minus mu cos theta, okay, 4t square. Is it fine? Okay, so half g cancel, t square cancel. Okay, then here we have sin theta is equal to 4. If you multiply inside the bracket, वो कितना हो जाएगा? 4 sine theta minus 4 mu cos theta. 4 mu cos theta. If you take the sine theta to the right hand side, this will be 4 minus 1, 3 sine theta minus 4 mu cos theta. If you take it to the left hand side, that will be plus 4 mu cos theta. So tell me what will be the value of mu? 3 by 4. Okay, sine by cos, that is 10. मिल गया हमको, मिल गया हमको. How many of you are happy while looking into the concepts, understanding the concepts and the method, we found out the answer? How many of you are happy? Yes, very good, Mansi, it's 3 by 4. Many of you were very late to the class, Ajana. What happened? Exams are going on or what? Ajay, yes. Shreya, Sumila, Devika. Okay. Everyone. समझ में आ गया? Got it. Very happy, Preeti. Very good. Good to know that. Now, how many of you want to be super duper happy by doing one more question? Next question. Yes. अगले question के लिए ready? Okay. Harsh, King, everybody is ready. तो ये question कर ले. Again, a beautiful concept from the chapter of friction again. Okay, Miara, where were you? You were missing in the class, है ना? Shreya, next question, Sumila. Okay, so everybody is ready. The question is right in front of you. Jaldi kar le. Give me the answer. An insect is at the bottom of a hemispherical ditch. F radius नहीं, off radius. Okay, off radius 1 meter. It crawls up the ditch. Ditch matlab it's a hemispherical. Okay, a hemisphere. That's all. Okay, it is exactly at the bottom, at the center of that hemisphere. Matlab नीचे वाला center. I'll just mark it down. ऐसे. Okay, so here is where we have the insect initially. It crawls up the ditch but starts slipping after it is at a height of h from the bottom. If the coefficient of friction between the ground and the insect is 0.75, the value of h. Okay, Meera. Fine. No worries. Give me the answer. Preeti is like, everybody is maybe. Arey maybe kahan hota hai? I don't know. There exists a maybe option in your MCQ. और नया शुरू कर दिया है क्या? Government has started something like that. C आयरकुम. Everybody is like C. Okay, I have some people who's like so much confident. Purna says it's a 0.2. Very good, C. Mansi says C. Sanjana says C. Sana is like CLA, isn't it? C, sir. I'm not sure, but I'm asking you. Oh, Allah. हाँ बिल्कुल मेरा बात. चलो, yes, very good. It's option C. बिल्कुल. Good. Can I explain the concept? Everyone, देख ले. Everybody. Now, if this body is moving up, है ना, the body has a tendency to come down because of F in the downward direction. Can you tell me which is that force resisting this motion of the body in the downward direction or slipping of that body? Obviously, it is the frictional force, right? So, if frictional force is resisting the slipping, the body will be stationary. So, with that confidence, the insect keeps on moving up. It reaches at this point. Let's draw another figure. Okay, it keeps on moving. It reaches at this particular point, and at that point, the body starts slipping down. Can you tell me what is the reason for that body to slip down? Can you tell me what's the reason? Obviously, the reason is the downward force F downward becomes greater than the upward frictional force, isn't it? If the downward force is greater than the friction value, the body starts slipping, isn't it? So this happens at a height of h from the bottom. The question is to find the value of this h. Isn't this what we have to find out? Yes or no? Yes. So let us write down whatever we all have agreed upon. The body starts slipping down. If the downward force along that or in the tangential direction of the inclined plane, if it is greater than the frictional force, the body starts slipping, isn't it? Yes. Who can tell me what is the value for downward force? Who can tell me? Array, just by looking into the figure, nobody can tell me, hai na? We have to mark down the forces and we have to resolve the forces to find that out. Kar le. This is our center. Okay, this is the radius. Radius is given as 1 meter. This is another radius. Okay, this is also 1 meter. Let's say this angle is theta. This angle is theta, which we don't know. Now the forces, if we mark, one force is there, that is mg downward. Then perpendicular to the surfaces in contact, there is a normal force. Now what is left? Just resolve all the forces. बच्चा लोग जल्दी से resolve कर ले. I'll use white color. This is theta. ये तो theta होता है. देख ले corresponding angles. ये will be mg cos theta. This will be perpendicular component mg sin theta. So tell me which is the downward force. Now everybody have understood. Downward force क्या होता है मेरे बच्चा लोग? mg sin theta. mg sin theta, if it is greater than frictional force का value mu times n. Isn't it? Frictional force is mu times n. So mu times n कितना है? देख ले, the body is not having any motion in the vertical direction. So क्या होता है? Everybody tell the answer in your mind. Upward normal force is equal to downward mg cos theta. Why? Because the body is not making any motion in the perpendicular direction to the plane. So n normal force is mg cos theta. mg cancel कर ले. Take this cos to the left hand side of the equation. वो हो गया sin by cos. That is tan theta greater than mu का value 0.75 है ना? How will you write 0.75 in fraction form? 3 by 4. This is it. Okay, हो गया इतने तक, इधर तक हो गया है ना? Okay, now just expand for tan theta. The answer is in your hand. और कुछ नहीं करना है आप लोगों को. So देख ले, I'm going to construct a right angle triangle here. If you all can see that, can you see? From this point I am drawing a straight line. So if this much is h, which is the question, this much will also be h. So this will be equal to, total is r, which is 1 meter. This will be radius minus h, 1 minus h. Isn't it? So what about this? ये कितना हो जाएगा? ये वाला opposite side. और किसी कलर यूज करना है क्या? ये वन, this one. हाँ, this is 1 meter, which is the hypotenuse of this right angle triangle. This is 1 minus h. If I mark it here, this will be root of 1 square minus 1 minus h the whole square by simply using Pythagoras. Okay, yes, done, fine. Now just substitute for tan theta. Tan theta will be equal to opposite, that is root of 1 square minus 1 minus h the whole square, the whole divided by adjacent. What is the adjacent of the right angle triangle? 1 minus h greater than 3 by 4. Okay, so I am not going for the solution of this. If we go for the solution, it will be quadratic wala. The value of h, you will be simply getting it as 0.2 meter. Okay, can I tell you the simplest method? Okay, instead of solving this, it is better to substitute the values from the 4 option, which is A, B, C, D for h, and get the value. That's the best thing, because you know the option C is the correct, hai na? Obviously we have to look for option A, B, then comes the option C, hai na? Once you put it, dekh le, you'll get the perfect answer. Okay, just see, root of 1 square minus 1 square matlab 1 itself, hai na? 1 minus h. If we take the option C as the answer, 0.2. 1 minus 0.2, 0.8. 0.8 the whole square, 0.64 the whole divided by 1 minus h. 1 minus 0.2, that is 0.8. 0.64, 1 minus 0.64, that is 0.36. 0.36 ka root 0.6. 0.6 by 0.8 is equal to 6 by 8, that is 3 by 4. Dekh le, aren't we getting the answer? The right hand side of the equation, aren't we getting? Yes. So we can choose the answer in these kind of a complicated question by substituting the value from the option and getting the answer. ठीक है? So हमको मिल गया option C. Okay? Yes. Yes. Okay. So shall we proceed? अगला क्वेश्चन कर ले, और ये क्वेश्चन है ना, ये क्वेश्चन बच्चा लोग होमवर्क जैसे करा ले, सेम, ओके, वट एवर वॉज अ कॉन्सेप्ट वी हैव यूज इन द प्रीवियस वन है ना, सेम कॉन्सेप्ट वी हैव टू यूज हियर ऑल्सो, और कुछ नहीं करना. कैन यू डू दिस एज अ होमवर्क एंड पोस्ट इट इन द ग्रुप, and you can text me in a telegram also. Can you try this? Same concept what we have used there, same to used to be here also. Okay, so just let me know the answer. Menti, we'll have a small more topic, then we'll start with Menti. Okay, so this is a homework, so just give me the answer. We'll do it, right? Very good, very good, very good. Sana, Myara, it's good that you are talking about all these simple tricks on which the questions are solved. It's very good. Okay, work on it. You can also find so many tricks of solving mathematics. Okay, else it will take too much of time. Okay, very good, very good, very good. Now, centripetal force and centrifugal force. Everybody knows what is centripetal force. What is centripetal? Just read the definition. Centripetal force is a force acting on an object in curvilinear motion, matlab circular motion, directed toward the axis of rotation or toward the center of curvature. Matlab, if a body is undergoing a circular motion, right? So if the body is having some velocity v is always a tangential, there is an acceleration associated with it towards the center. That acceleration is a v square by r, and the force that has to be provided is m times v square by r. This force that we have to be provided to keep the body in circular motion, we call it as centripetal force. कोई डाउट है क्या मेरे बच्चा लोग? m v square by r, ये क्या होता है? This is a force to be applied on our body to keep the body in a circular motion. Okay, yes, ठीक है. Now ये centrifugal force क्या होता है? Okay, what is this centrifugal force? I'll tell you. Okay, everybody listen. I know that many of you have this confusion of centrifugal क्या होता है, though everybody is knowing the formula for centrifugal force. देख ले, we have a bag. Okay, this is a bag of mass m which is rotating in this particular direction. Okay, so it is rotating in that anti-clockwise direction. In the same bag we are having a person. Okay, this is a bag or any bucket or anything. Let's say in this bucket a person of mass m is there, so he is also undergoing a circular motion. Okay, now look into this person. What kind of motion he is having? He is having an accelerated motion. What is its acceleration? That is v square by r. What is v square by r? Centripetal acceleration. Matlab, that person is having an acceleration toward the center, we call it as v square by r. Tell me, if the motion of this bucket, that white color bucket, is observed by that same person sitting inside the bucket, tell me, should we have to apply a pseudo force or not? Should we have to apply a pseudo force? Should we have to apply a pseudo force? Yes, because the motion of the bucket is observed by this particular person. He is having acceleration, so he is non-inertial frame of reference, NIF. समझ में आ गया? If that person sitting inside the same bucket is observing the motion of the bucket, right, we have to apply a pseudo force. Why? Because the person is having an acceleration, so he is a non-inertial frame of reference. समझ में आ गया? Okay, so centrifugal force, first learn it as such, it is a pseudo force. Matlab a false force which doesn't even exist. Centripetal force exists, centrifugal force doesn't exist. Okay, and what is the direction or the formula of centrifugal? Centrifugal force will be holding the same equation of pseudo force formula, minus of mass of the body into acceleration of non-inertial frame, isn't it? So opposite to the direction of non-inertial frame. This is the direction of non-inertial frame toward the center. Opposite matlab ye. So this will be the direction of centrifugal. Okay, and value is mass of the body, acceleration of non-inertial, that is v square by r. By magnitude wise, it is same as centripetal force mv square by r, but the direction is opposite and it's a false force. It doesn't exist. ठीक है? Fine. Is it clear? ओके बच्चा लोग, ठीक है ना? Okay, 2 more topics, then we'll be starting with Menti. At 9:15 exactly, we'll start with Menti. Okay, 5 more minutes. Now, anybody, okay, let's say a car, bike, or anyone, if they are taking a turn, it will be part of circular motion, isn't it? If it is a part of circular motion, someone has to give a centripetal force. Okay, so if it is a friction which is providing the necessary centripetal force so that the car or any vehicle can be in that circular turn, the maximum velocity with which it can move is given by the formula of root of mu rg. The maximum velocity formula, what is mu? Coefficient of friction. R, the radius of the circular turn. G is acceleration due to gravity. This is the maximum velocity with which it can move. It can move with a lesser velocity also. Okay. Why we give this? Because if we are making the observation from a non-inertial frame, don't we have to give a pseudo force? Yes. So वो pseudo force का नाम है centrifugal force. वही होता है. Good evening everyone. समझ में आ गया? Okay. Next, what is banking of a road? Okay, lifting up one end of a road we call as banking of a road. ठीक है? So you can see, instead of keeping the road in a single plane, we'll keep one end of it upward. This is called as banking. Let's say the angle of the banking is theta. Okay, the angle with which the road is banked is theta. In the case of this, the maximum velocity with which the vehicle can move on this banked road is given by the formula of root of tan theta rg. This is in the case of without friction. Matlab, if you are taking a turn on a banked road without using the friction, the maximum velocity with which we can move on that banked road is given by the formula of root of tan theta rg. Theta is angle of that banked road. R is again radius, G is acceleration due to gravity. Okay. Now, along with banking, if we also use friction of this particular road, the maximum velocity का formula क्या है बच्चा लोग? What is the maximum velocity formula? Root of rg into mu plus tan theta divided by 1 minus mu tan theta. ठीक है? ठीक है? Everyone? Okay. So I think it's time for Menti. What do you all say? What do you all think? Is it time for Menti? Menti के लिए time हो गया क्या? Because we have completed all the topics that is supposed to be completed from this chapter. है ना? Yes? Everybody do think that? Yes? Okay, very good, very good, very good. Everyone. Yes, it's time for Menti. So yes, let's go for that Menti time. What topic? The Menti is for the motion, loss of motion, term 2. Okay, topic 2. Derivation from this particular chapter is mainly you should be knowing the basic concept, which is net force is equal to ma. You should be knowing how to do the free body diagram, okay, how to find the direction of each forces, and how can you find out the net force acting on each body. This is only the derivation part from this particular chapter. Nothing like you have to learn a particular derivation. You should be very thorough with this particular part. Now everybody come and be a part of Menti. Jaldi fatafat. Everyone. The code I hope everybody can see, that is 49688397. Can you all see the code? If you can't, I'll just type in the code in the chat box also. But chalo 4968 फिर क्या है 8397. ठीक है. So I hope you all can see the Menti code. जल्दी फटाफट join करके tell me how much you all have understood. Lag, so try to fix a Wi-Fi jaldi fatafat, है ना? Ask your parents to get a Wi-Fi fixed at your place. Derivation is not that important, Mansi, but understand the concepts behind the derivation, because you know that it's MCQ, but doesn't mean that you shouldn't be looking into derivation at all, because you should be knowing that concepts of derivation. वही बात होता है. Okay, you should be knowing how each and every step, how you move from one step to another step. That concept is important. Okay, just update me. What are your emoticons? Preeti is like dragon. Dragon का है इस पे? Dragon नहीं. हाँ, वो funny वाला dragon है ना? It's not scary वाला dragon. So you all have 10 more seconds to join. I already have updated the Menti code in the chat box. Sana is like fire. Okay. Aag. मेरा avatar is gift pack, gift cat. Okay, good, good. हर्ष बोट है क्या? बोट कहाँ है? हाँ, बोट भी है. बोट है या शिप है वो? शिप है ना? Anyway, last 5 seconds to join. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shall we? For the very first question. Okay, here we go. The first question is right in front of you. Okay, this is not the question. Arre baap re, don't do that question, don't do that question. Okay, एक minute. Okay, don't look at the figure, okay? The figure is completely irrelevant, okay? So I have no idea how it happened. Don't look into the figure. Just read the question and mark the options. वही करना है. Code, can you see on the top, Khan? 49688397. Can you see that code? हाँ, जल्दी code use करके आ जा. 40 seconds you all have. Code ABC. Just look on the top of the screen. Can you look in the top of the screen? Screen का ऊपर देख ले आप. 49688397. Akansha code top पे है. I'll just put it in the 4968 then 8397. Jaldi. Okay, 6 people. Very good. Very good. It was a direct question, मेरा बच्चा लोग. If the angle of inclined plane just before the body starts moving, what do we call that angle of the inclined plane as? Angle of repose. So, if angle of repose is given as 30, how will you find coefficient of friction? Array, tan of alpha is mu. Okay, alpha means the angle of repose, which is directly given here as 30. So, tan of 30 is equal to mu. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3 is 0.57. So, which is our option? Option A. कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ना? समझ में आ गया? Let's see who all got it correct. Direct question it was actually. I'm so happy that 6 people got it correct. Okay, whoever was so much active in the classroom, whoever was giving the answers all the time, gave me the answer. Very good. Very good, very good, very good. Dark blood was the fastest person, then Mansi, Purna, Preeti, Mushkan, Devika. तो बोल दे. समझ में आ गया सबको? समझ में आ गया? How others are, everyone made छोटू mistakes. कैसे बन गया? कैसे हो गया? छोटू था. Okay, so shall we with a smile? कोई बात नहीं. Okay. So second question, ready? Now got it? Very good, Miara. That's all it matters. Okay. So I'm going to press the enter key. The second question is right in front of you. You have 53, 52, 51, last 50 seconds. Kotu, chotu. कोटू नहीं, छोटू. मेरा तो छोटू है. A block of mass 1 kilogram is stopped against the wall by applying a force perpendicular to the wall. If mu is equal to 0.2, then the minimum value of F will be. तो जल्दी सॉल्व करके उत्तर दे दे मेरा. इफ यू हैव ऑलरेडी सॉल्व, बहुत बढ़िया बात है. ओके बच्चा लोग, यू डोंट हैव टू लिसन टू द आंसर्स इन द chat box. because others can also deceive you, है ना? So whatever your answer is, you can go for it. I'm not telling the answer in the chat box is wrong or something like that, but okay. So equal tie between option B and C, and finally the option B wins. Yes, it is 49 Newton. First, let's see who all are those people who gave me the correct answers and what made others to make chotu mistakes. So many, very good, very good, very good. So Preeti on the top this time, Muskan was the fastest person this time, then Devika, Dark, Mansi, Purna, Harsh, Shami, Myara and Sana. Okay, now bacha log, let's see how this particular question can be done. Okay, so this is our wall. Okay, we have our wall. This wall, we have a body of mass m, and this body of mass, how much it is? 1 kilogram, hai na? It is pushed with a force of F, which will make the body stationary. Question is, what is the value of force? Now just look into the figure and tell me bacha log, for the body to be stationary, net force should be 0, hai na? And the tendency for the body to move is in the downward direction. Why? Because there is a weight of the body. How much? mg. M is 1, g is 10, so 10 Newton in the downward direction. Which force will be there to prevent this downward motion? Upar wala friction. So as it is given that the body is in equilibrium, it can only be in equilibrium if the downward force is equal to upward force, 10 Newton. What's the formula for friction? Mu times n is equal to 10 Newton, isn't it? Yes. Mu ka value given as 0.2. Can we replace this n? Of course we can. Okay, because the question is not to find the value of n, the question is to find the value of this f. Look into the horizontal motion. What are the forces acting on 1 kilogram in the horizontal? One is a friction towards right. Is there any force? The wall will be giving a normal force that is towards left direction, wo hota hai n. Is the body making a motion in the horizontal? No. Matlab kya hai? The external force of F towards right is equal to the normal force towards left. Samajh mein aa gaya? So for n, what can I substitute? F I can substitute is equal to 10. So F is equal to 10 by 0.2, that is 100 by 2, wo ho gaya 50, or you can use the value of G as 9.8, so you'll get exact value of what? 49. Okay, so I got it as 50 because I have used the value of G as 10. If you have used it as 9.8 by 0.2 will be 49, you will get the exact answer. Okay, समझ में आ गया? With a smile वाला बच्चा लोग, हाँ? Smile से, okay. Now, आ गया तो why we have to wait? Let's proceed for the third question. Everyone, those who haven't joined, I'm giving you some, let's say, 10 seconds for every one of you to join. 10 seconds. Jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. 10 seconds you all have. Jaldi, fatafat. Join kar le. The code is 49688397. Okay, so I suppose everybody is ready. So I'm going to press the enter key, bachalo. Yes, we are live right now with the next question, which is the third question for the day. Once again, concept wise it's similar, but there is so many means by which you can make the errors here. I think many of you will make an error here, I think. Okay, it's okay to make the mistake. Then I'll tell you what the mistake you all made. Press enter key, sir. Ethan is like, sir, press enter key and give us the next question. Okay, kar diya. The question is right on front of you, na? "24, 23, 22. I was just asking you to be a bit more careful, that's all. Okay, I was just telling you to be a bit more careful. 3, 2, 1. Very good, very good, very good. B is the answer. Very good, मेरा बच्चा लोग. Awesome. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. I'm very happy. Okay, I'll tell you how to find the answer and the final that mistake you all can make also. I'll tell both. Okay, then we have Muskan, Devika, Preeti, Myara, Sena, Dark Blood, Mansi, Purna, Harsh, BTS Army Girls. So everybody is making a progress. Very good, very good. Okay, now we'll see how this particular question can be done. Okay, we'll take a fresh page. So same wall, it is vertical, the body of mass, how much it is, 2 kilogram. On this I am applying 100 Newton, right? Okay, if I press the body towards right, there will be a normal force given by the wall on this particular body. As the body is not moving, we can say the normal force N, which is the force towards left, will be equal to the force towards right, 100 Newton. From this particular N value, so many will be going for this particular equation for force is equal to mu times N, isn't it? Everybody will be like force will be equal to mu times N. Mu का value कितना दे दिया 0.3 and normal force का value कितना दे दिया 100. This will give you 30 Newton. But is this the answer? Is this the answer? बिल्कुल नहीं. This is the maximum value of frictional force that can be provided or that can be produced between the surfaces. It is not necessary that friction will always be having the maximum value. It will only be taking the required amount because frictional force is a self-adjusting force. Dekh le how much is required. Downward is mg, that is 2 into g, that is 20. So how much frictional force is only required? It only requires a frictional force of 20 Newton in the upward direction to keep the body stationary. So though a maximum value of 30 Newton is available between the surface, do we need 30 Newton of force? बिल्कुल नहीं. We need only a force of 20 Newton in the upward direction. So हमारा frictional force कितना है? 20 Newton. समझ में आ गया? समझ में आ गया सबको? Yes? Good, good, good. Okay, fourth question. Shall I press? Shall I press the enter? The enter key is pressed and here we go. A car is traveling along a circular curve that has a radius of 50 meters. Okay, if its speed is 16 meter per second and is increasing uniformly at 8 meter per second square, determine the magnitude of its acceleration at this instant. Thirty seconds left. Everyone, it's a very simple. Everybody can easily get the answer. जल्दी फटाफट लिख ले and give me the answer. Okay, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and time तो हो गया हमारा. चलो, time is up. Okay, let's see what do we have. Array. Okay, why it is keeping on rotating? आजा भाई. क्रिएटिंग क्विज. अरे कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो गया हमारा मेंडी क्विज को. अरे what happened? What happened? I'll present it once again.